It is 22 April 2021. It is Thursday of the third week of Easter. Our first reading comes from the Acts of the Apostles. The angel of the Lord spoke to Philip, "Get up and head south on the road that goes down from Jerusalem to Gaza, the desert road." So Philip got up and set out. Now there was an Ethiopian eunuch, a court official of the Candace, that is, the queen of the Ethiopians, in charge of her entire treasury, who had come to Jerusalem to worship and was returning home. Seated in his chariot, this Ethiopian eunuch was reading the prophet Isaiah. The Spirit said to Philip, "Go and join up with that chariot." Philip ran up and heard the eunuch reading Isaiah the prophet aloud. And Philip said, "Do you understand what you are reading?" And the eunuch replied, "How can I, unless someone instructs me?" So he invited Philip to get into the chariot and sit with him. This was the scripture passage the eunuch was reading. Like a sheep, he was led to the slaughter, and as a lamb before its shearer is silent, so he opened not his mouth. In his humiliation, justice was denied him. Who will tell of his posterity? For his life is taken from the earth. Then the eunuch said to Philip in reply, "I beg you, about whom is the prophet saying this? About himself or about someone else?" Then Philip opened his mouth, and beginning with this scripture passage, he proclaimed Jesus to the eunuch. As they traveled along the road, they came to some water, and the eunuch said, "Look, there is water. What is to prevent me from being baptized?" Then he ordered the chariot to stop, and Philip and the eunuch both went down into the water, and Philip baptized the eunuch. When they came out of the water, the Spirit of the Lord snatched Philip away, and the Ethiopian saw him no more, but continued on his way, rejoicing. Philip came to Azotus and went about proclaiming the good news to all the towns until he reached Caesarea. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God.